Arctic ice melting and climate change. There's so much ice in the Arctic, but it's melting. The hotter it gets, the faster the ice melts. The ice is important for animals and plants. The ice is melting, so there will be less of it. As a result, animals and plants will suffer. Dynamic Earth Learning has cool videos about Earth science and sustainability. Visit our website dynamicearthlearning.com for teacher resources, videos, and e-learning courses. Why is the Arctic ice melting? The ice around the North Pole is melting. We don't know why that is, but many scientists say it is because the ice is too hot, and we call this problem global warming. People are releasing gases into the air that makes the world warmer. These gases are being released by burning coal and crude oil. Carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane are bad for the Earth because they cause global warming. The gases, when they get warm, make it so that the sun's rays can't get out into space. The Earth has a big giant heat shield. Most of the heat from the sun goes through it and gets reflected back to the surface. The heat from sunlight makes the Arctic warmer. When things warm up, they freeze less often. This means there will be less ice around. When the areas that are ice are melted, ice is gone and the water absorbs heat from the sun. As the temperature rises, more ice melts. How Arctic ice melting affects the planet. The melting of the Arctic ice is a threat to marine animals. Without the Arctic ice, animals that live at the North Pole will have nowhere to live. 1. Rising sea levels. As the ice melts in the polar regions, the water flows into the ocean, making it bigger. The sea level changes when the water in the ocean gets warm or cold. Scientists think that the sea level has gone up a little bit in the last few years. This is a problem for coastal cities because they will sink into the ocean. Sea levels have risen about 8 inches in the last 100 years. This causes problems for cities near the ocean because if they aren't prepared, they may sink into the sea. 2. Arctic ice melting speeds up climate change. The ice caps in the Arctic give us a cooling effect. They are melting, which will raise the temperature of our whole planet. Ice is covered with water. The ice cover reflects most of the sun's heat, which keeps the planet cool. When there is no ice, the planet will absorb the heat, and it will melt even more ice and make more heat come from the sun. The climate is changing. It's getting warmer in many places, and that makes it hard to grow crops and causes weather problems. People are worried that it's getting warmer and warmer, which causes some places to get too much rain while others get no rain at all. 3. Impacts wildlife population in the Arctic. Animals such as polar bears, walruses, Arctic foxes, and seals live in the Arctic region. Polar bears are becoming less and less because the ice is melting. If there is no ice, walruses can't walk on the ocean floor to find food. Walruses are in danger. If there are no walruses, other animals, who depend on them for food, may go extinct. Why do we need polar ice? The ice in the Earth's polar regions sustains life in all parts of the globe. The ice at the polar caps is important because it keeps the planet cool. When there's not enough ice in the ocean, aquatic animals such as fish have a hard time because they can't spawn and have babies. When there are more fish, people have more food, which means there won't be any problems with food. Polar ice melting caps facts. Global warming impacts the Arctic region. Everyone is worried that the ice in the Arctic will melt. The ice melts every 10 years. If it keeps melting, there will be no ice in the Arctic by 2040. Over 90% of the thickest and oldest Arctic ice has melted because of the increase in global temperatures. There is a piece of ice in the Antarctic region that's about 5.4 million square miles. It's melting, so the oceans are rising. How to prevent Arctic ice melting? We need to stop global warming if we want to save the Arctic ice. 1. Reduce meat consumption. Raising cows puts a lot of carbon dioxide into the air and also destroys forests. 2. Plant trees. Trees can help to avoid global warming. A way they can do that is by absorbing carbon dioxide from the air. This helps to make the world a better place. 3. Sustainable transport. Car engines give off invisible air that can hurt the environment. People who drive should consider electric vehicles instead of gas-powered ones to keep the environment clean. Arctic shrinkage. If there is no Arctic ice, it would be too hot on Earth. The ice in the Arctic keeps the temperature of the Earth better. It also helps ocean currents so that fish have good conditions to live. We must do something to prevent the Arctic ice cap from melting. If we don't, our planet will have a lot of problems. Thanks for joining us today. Consider following Dynamic Earth Learning for more Earth science and sustainability topics. And visit our website dynamicearthlearning.com for teacher resources, videos, and environmental e-learning courses.